How to meditate. Lesson
6.
Today we answer, what is the point of meditation? And after we sit for our stillness practice, I will answer that. Because in my opinion, meditation is the last life hack you'll ever need. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I train old souls, empaths, and hypersensitive people how to excel their psychic and healing abilities by applying scientific methodology to spiritual practice so that you can learn to develop and display on command psychic and healing abilities that are undeniable in this three-dimensional world. Let's meditate. Again, the meditation we do is stillness practice. And a stillness practice is a 10-minute, twice-a-day meditation practice. We sit for 5 minutes holding a spot in our mind's eye to the exclusion of all other thoughts, followed by 5 minutes of no thought, silence, stillness. And we do this twice a day, typically once in the morning and once in the evening. And this meditation is the best meditation for psychics and healers to access their spiritual, psychic, and healing abilities. Join me in saying Reverend Bradley's request. Then we will meditate for 10 minutes and I'll answer the question, what is the point of meditation? Join me in saying Reverend Bradley's request. Then we'll do 10 minutes of stillness. Open, O Blessed Spirit, the spiritual eyes of my soul, that I may be released from the darkness overspreading me by the delusions of the outward senses, that I may perceive and understand those things spiritual. complete your meditation. And as you complete your meditation, stay quietly present in a place of quiet receptivity and thinking tranquility. This place I like to call the eye of the storm, where everything outside of yourself is on pause for just a few minutes, and everything within yourself is under your control. In the morning, this is the time I look forward to the day to see what there is for me to prepare for. The future casts a shadow before it. And as I sit in this quiet space, I can quite easily pay attention and notice to what things are most likely to happen. In the evening when I meditate, this is a time for me to look back at the day, to see what worked, what didn't work, to notice any coincidences that may have occurred, and for me to do checks and balances. If I thought something was going to happen, if I perceived it, did it really happen? It's also the first chance for me to look at tomorrow and start to prepare for it. Because indeed, if you are forewarned, you are forearmed. What is the point of meditation? First is taking the edge off of your emotions, calming of your emotions. Very shortly after starting a meditation practice, you'll find that the emotional upset, the emotional up and down, the emotional roller coaster starts to diminish. It's not overnight and it's not fast, but you can notice that the edge begins to drop off of your fear, of jealousy, of rage, of anger, and you begin to be able to pick and choose your response to circumstances rather than to react out of hand, react mindlessly. Second, meditation helps us lessen our hypersensitivity. You see, many hypersensitive people have a very sharp-edged aura C, or color aura, and things in the world seem to hit them in the face quite hard because it's as though it just smacks them in the face like a fish. And meditation allows you to begin to extend your awareness beyond your own personal self, to notice things before they happen. And as you notice things a few seconds to a few minutes, and possibly even a few days before they happen, you have the opportunity to pick and choose how you will respond. Sounds very similar to what I said about emotions, but not at all the same. The third reason or benefit to meditation is it helps you stop overthinking. Remember, your brain has never been trained. And just like a body that's never been trained, it doesn't know really what to do. In lack of instructions and specific skills, your brain does whatever it wants to do, not unlike a 3-year-old child running around, and every time you want it to do something, it'll say, "Why? No, you can't make me." And it goes down the bunny hole of overthinking. Overthinking, as I've mentioned in other videos, is a gap or a difference of opinion between your instinct and your intuition. Meditation opens the door to your intuition, allowing you to differentiate between your gut instincts to survive and your intuitive knowing from your spirit self. The fourth major benefit of meditation is helping you sleep. This for me was one of the biggest benefits. Being an overthinker who is hypersensitive and highly prone to anxiety, I didn't sleep very well at all. Within about 6 months of starting a meditation practice, though, I was able to fall asleep quickly, and more importantly, when I woke up in the middle of the night, I was able to get back to sleep. You see, what happens is your brain is your ultimate defense mechanism. And since human beings are not the fastest and the strongest animals and predators out there, we have to be the smartest. And oftentimes what we create for ourselves are elaborate planning mechanisms to sort through all of the problems and issues to avoid pain. The problem is this avoidance of pain causes more pain. For many of us, the only time we are given the luxury of being to ourselves is when we lay down to go to sleep. Sometimes in the bathroom, but many times not even there. Our brains know that when we lay down, it's a perfect opportunity for undistracted solving of problems, thus overthinking. Meditation allows you to consciously choose your thoughts, and by so doing, to stop overthinking, because it allows you to come to actionable decisions, and more importantly, act on those decisions. This works because meditation is the first step in the 3 R's process: right meditation, right thought, right action. And when you get to that quiet place of receptivity, thinking tranquility, you can think through your problems, come to an actionable decision, and then act upon that decision. And it breaks the cycle of overthinking. The 5th benefit that makes meditation worthwhile is its ability to help us minimize anxiety. Anxiety is our fear and worry over what the future holds. And as I have alluded to many times in this video, a quiet mind creates the eye of the storm. And in the eye of the storm, you are capable of noticing the future and the shadow it casts before it. And if you allow yourself to master this one skill, as Tim Ferriss calls it, this meta skill, you can open the door to the future so that anxiety is no longer an issue. The 6th benefit or reason to meditate is stress. And you can look at all the scientific research that confirms what meditators have known for millennia, and that is that meditation rewires your brain. And as your brain becomes rewired, the stress mechanism, that part of your body, the part of your brain, the part of your central nervous system that triggers the fight, flight, or freeze response, begins to go off of autopilot. And this lessening of these survival mechanisms allows us to consciously choose our next step, consciously respond how we want to deal with any circumstance, any stressor, any stimulus that comes into our awareness, and to do so in a way that is our highest and best good. The 7th point or reason to meditate is that meditation is the gateway to opening your psychic senses and your healing abilities. You see, your mind is virtually limitless in its power. Your mind is part of your spirit. Your spirit is pure energy. But the moment you incarnate, your spirit, including your mind, has to conform with the 3-dimensional realities of your DNA or your genetic code. Spirituality, spiritual growth, and the main tool to access your spirituality and your spiritual growth is meditation, allows you to transcend the delusions of the physical senses, transcend the limitations of the physical world, and by so doing accessing information from your spirit self and from your spirit guides and teachers with proper training. Meditation is a vital skill for anyone drawn to the psychic and healing arts. That's it. That's my 7 points for why you should meditate. If it makes sense, if it feels right, then maybe you're in the right place. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I train old souls, empaths, and hypersensitive people how to excel their psychic and healing abilities by applying scientific methodology to spiritual practice so that you can learn to develop and display on command psychic and healing abilities that are undeniable in this 3-dimensional world. Sound interesting? Check out our school at Old Soul Academy. Check out our church at Spirit 360 Fellowship. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. If you hated it, give us a thumbs down. We're learning how to do this, and your feedback is valuable. If you know someone who would benefit from finding out about why it's important to meditate, share this video with them. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the little bell so you never miss one of our spiritual lessons that help you accelerate your spiritual awakening. Until next time, My highest blessings.